wealthy donor writes massive multi-million-dollar checks, gets FaceTime with the president, and then walks away with a $250 million government deal, while working families get nothing. Welcome to another episode of the Corruption Chronicles. Let me tell you about a story that should be front page news in America right now. It's in the Financial Times, which is one of the most respected newspapers anywhere in the world. And unfortunately, very few people here in the US are talking about it. Here's what it says. Donald Trump's administration just approved the first major sale of Venezuela oil since the US took control of that country's oil industry. That deal was worth about $250 million, and it went to a company whose senior oil trader, John Addison, gave more than $6 million to pro-Trump political groups. $6 million. He met with Trump at the White House, and days later, his company got the deal. That doesn't make you angry. It really should, because this is exactly what corruption looks like. A wealthy donor writes massive multi-million-dollar checks, gets FaceTime with the president, and then walks away with a $250 million government deal, while working families get nothing. Let's be clear. This is pay to play. This is selling public policy to the highest bidder. And really, it gets worse. At that meeting, that donor literally told Trump his company would get the best price possible because Trump had influence over Venezuela. Think about that. A donor thanking the president for his influence right before getting a massive contract. Folks, this is not normal. It is not ethical. And it really flies in the face of what we've come to expect from our presidents. And let's talk about another part that needs to be connected. For years and years, Trump has talked about overthrowing Venezuela's government. We know he's talked about liberating their oil. He's framed it as being in Americans' best interests or as patriotism. But I think we see what it really was. It was about control. It was about money. And specifically, it was about deciding who gets access to billions and billions of dollars in oil and rewarding his political allies, his donors. Because once Maduro was gone, suddenly American donors and oil traders, Trump's donors, were first in line, not because that's what's best for the country, but because that's what's best for Trump. And meanwhile, those same oil companies that funded his campaign are lining up for more favors, more exemptions, more deals, more profits. It is the exact opposite of draining the swamp. This is turning the government into a private ATM for Trump's donors. And the media, unfortunately, isn't noticing nearly enough. So we need to keep saying it plainly. If you care about corruption, you should be absolutely outraged by this.